What's up? Viking and Justin. What's up, dudes? Hop in. Come on, Viking. I know you want to. Just because, I need someone to stand there and look better than my fat ass covered in paint. This is actually a clean shirt. Just came out of laundry today. Tis what it is. I think I will put my hat on. Oh, crap. Old age. Need that. That is the bag to this nice new keyboard that works pretty well, other than the little light right here. It's supposed to be the caps lock light, and it doesn't work. And I really don't care, other than it's brand spanking new. And it should work. So I have a feeling I'm going to return it. I mean, it's just it wasn't expensive. The caps lock is on, and I couldn't tell. Oh. Not that I care, because I don't really use caps lock all that much. But, like I said, it's brand new. What's up, RC? It's a brand new keyboard, so... and it don't work. And the box it came in was kind of... The keyboard came in this. They delivered it in this little bubble packy thing. And it was like this. Now, the keyboard itself isn't bent, and it is metal on bottom. I thought that was just plastic at first. That's actual aluminum, which is weird, because the real Apple ones are metal on top and the plastic where you don't see it and don't care. Whereas this one's just the opposite. It's all aluminum on the base, which is kind of nice. I mean, but I think I'd rather have the aluminum up here where I see it, wouldn't you? Anyway, I mean, it's a cheap keyboard. It's not cheap, but it's not expensive either. Anyway, it's got to go back. But I do like it. It's not, I don't know. It's more clicky. I don't want to say it's cheaper feeling than the Apple ones. It's more clicky, which I actually like. Some people are going to say it doesn't feel as high tech as the actual Apple ones. But to be honest, I think I like this better than the actual Apple one. Now, my Apple one is 8-9 years old. So, actually, it's not quite that old because I spilled coffee on it and had to buy a new one. So it's like 5-6 years old. And one of the keys, the command key is dead, which isn't a big deal other than it's the command key I use the most. Every time I go to do something, it's command something on the Apple, and I always go to that one, and then something doesn't work, and I'm like, oh, crap, I got to use my left hand instead of my right. Even though I'm left-handed, I use the right hand. Blah, blah, blah. It drives me nuts not having that key work. So I need a new keyboard, and I got to return this one because... I don't know. I've been considering just keeping it and saying, what the hell? It was only $35. And it works. It's just, I don't know. Having that not work doesn't bother me as much as having it not work on a brand new keyboard. So, there's that. So what are you guys up to tonight? How is RC not? Why did that view on YouTube? You're going to hear background noise here for a second because I don't think I have the speaker off. And it always takes it a minute to load and shut off. There we go. This didn't take that long. And if I switch accounts to the live account, there's a whole 79 subscribers to my live account. Imagine that. I can take old RCCNC here and wrenchify his ass. You've been wrenchified, along with Justin. Y'all been spannered. You hear? What is up, Orange Mike? Is it me or is the image quality really terrible? I just noticed that. It's like all foggy on YouTube. So laying on the couch and on stream. I probably won't last very long because I'm kind of burnt too. Wrenchify. You've been wrenchified. Yeah, that's weird because it's fine on this end. So it's YouTube or StreamYards. I'm getting a StreamYards feed and it's pretty clean. So, but then it is, anyway. It is what it is. What it is. And I will get over it. I just got home. Well, good. Jump in. You haven't been on a stream in a long time. You could jump in and hang out. I can see clearly now. The llama hasn't gone. Unfortunately, now I'm clear. Isn't that scary? I am impatient for my parts. What parts? What parts are you getting? You make parts. You don't get parts. We should design and build a printer from scratch there, RC. Like a whole thing. And see if we can, make money. Because I could highly modify the llama core with aluminum parts, which would kind of fix all its issues instead of having 3D printed parts. All the bad stuff is because it's 3D printed. I shouldn't say that. A lot of the bad stuff is because it's 3D printed. Some of the bad stuff is because I designed it poorly. But it's all fixable. Most of it I actually did fix with this last rebuild. It prints a lot smoother now. The next thing is going to be I'm going to put I'm getting bigger parts to make bigger parts. Well, there you go. Oh, yeah, I think I read somewhere, you posted on Twitter or something, or said in one of the streams or something that you just ordered like a $35,000 CNC machine or something, or $12,000 new one or something. Some big fancy new cutter or laser cutter or something. What the hell are you getting? Oh, maybe it was yesterday on Hot Mix or whatever. I don't know. Somewhere I saw you were talking about it. Getting some new big fancy parts. Parts is parts. Oh, my knees are killing me. Wait. Oh, boy. What time is it? Oh, it's only 7 o'clock. It's like 4 or 5 o'clock where you guys are, huh? Was thinking about a $75,000 machine. Well, that's a buttload of money. And you need to use it to make a buttload of money to make your money back because it's a buttload of money. You know what I can do right now, though? Well, maybe. I can at least start. I got a new sheet of PEI for this. Because this one has holes right here, and right here, and right up here, and right here, and right here. This is weird. I'm trying to think where I got this. I don't remember. Somewhere reputable. And it's been like a year. I mean, I've gotten a year out of this. Not that I printed on it heavily because it really isn't my first base. But anyway, I don't know, like a month ago, maybe a little more, it just started cracking. Like dry rot, plastic dry rot cracking. It's bizarre. I never seen that. I've got sheets of PEI that are 4 or 5 years old, and I don't know why this one just started doing that. And you could sort of see it in the face of it. It's hard to tell. I don't think the camera will pick it all up, but it's like It's like blister cracking. You can sort of see it. It's almost like lizard scale. And it just started. It was like a perfect sheet up until like a month ago, and it just like appeared one day. Yeah, no, $30 a pop is not going to cut it. But anyway, I'm going to yank it off now because I got a new one, which is actually smaller. I didn't realize this was bigger, but whatever. I don't think I am going to yank this off, am I? Can't get a good grip on it. I could probably put it on the bed and heat it up to get it off easier, huh? Orange skinning, yeah. Same idea. Orange peeling, orange skinning. It just started though. I mean, it was an absolutely perfect sheet. And then all of a sudden it started doing that. Now it's got holes in it where it was doing it. Wham, wham, wham. It just started happening. Wow. I'll tell you what, it's stuck down there. This is actually coming off easier than I've had other ones come off, just again because it's doing that. I should probably put it on the bed and heat it up, huh? And it'll come off easier. Yeah, it's like really weird. It's been a great sheet until that happened. I actually liked it a lot. And then that crap happened. Usually once I get a good start, I can usually yank it right off, but this one just does not want to come off. It's tearing. Well, there's one piece. What is up, Sergio Havoc? Havoc Sergio. Wonder if I can get the knife under there. The gooey is too gooey for even a knife. I need to like 3D print a knife blade holder for scraping like this. I'm sure someone's already designed one. If not, I will design one myself. Da-da-da-dee-dum. I wish they weren't so strict about music. I would love to just play music right now. Have it going in the background. What do you think? You think I should heat it up? I think the goo would be a little less sticky if it was warm, even if it's not hot. This is the problem with these things. Is they're semi-disposable, or not disposable, what's the word for disposables? Consumable. It's a consumable, but it's hard to reconsume it. Tear in there too. Well, I got a little corner off. Get the new keyboard out of the way so they can't say I damaged it by driving a frickin' blade into it or something stupid. La la la. wonder if it would be easier if I heat it. What do you guys think? You think I should heat it? Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Let's put it on a bed and warm her up a little and see what happens. I mean, I'll take it outside and clean it. I got some really good orange clean. That'll strip it right off and out well. Orange clean. Let's see the llama core. Crank up the heat. Bed on. I want it. I don't know. Let's kick it right up to 70 for now and see what happens. Give it a minute. Really don't want the heat in the room. It's not terrible in here, but it's 75. 68 outside, which is gorgeous. My kind of weather. 75 in this room. Rest of the house is 60. 75 in this room. Tell me why. I don't know. It's always hot. Middle of the night. It could be 50. It was like 54 degrees out one night before last, I guess it was. This room, with the fans going, windows wide open, still mid-70s. It's like, what the hell? I like cool. Not cold, but cool. My mother likes it hot. She's got the heater freaking running down there. I'm like, why don't you move upstairs? I'll move downstairs and everyone will be happy. No, I can't do that. You put me down here. It's like, I did not put you down there. I put Dad down there. You just happen to tag along. But anyway, yeah. So what are you guys up to besides just hanging out, listening to me babble? Babble, babble, babble. What good crap's going on, I don't know, Twitter? What's on the twit? Alien, can someone explain to me? Oh, yeah, he's pissed because he didn't get his shipping. Yep. Welcome to the new world. Anyway, so I'm just scanning Twitter. Zarborough, because of so many technical and regulatory issues that could not be solved, decided to move to a new domain, a new shop with a fresh design. Zarborough has a new design, a new website. What is up, Mr. Jim Sellers? Oh boy. Fox Alien. Okay. Don't even know who that is, but whatever. Anyway, back to the streaming. Actually, at Lamacore, how hot is the bed? It's only at 41. Oh, that's because I get the ceiling fan on. Should probably turn that off for a minute. Why are you using the 5160s? Are you using those on a printer? It's kind of overkill, isn't it? For a 3D printer? Isn't that kind of overkill for a 3D printer? Ah, okay. That makes more sense. I think my next step is going to be to replace that duet board. To be honest, I'm not really happy with it. And I'm not even sure it's the duet, but it's loud. I suppose the duet got 2130s or 2660s or whatever the hell they are. And we have,
What's up, Tom?
We have a dancing Sergio.
No.
Dancing.
I'm going to log out and log back in through my OBS because I'm trying to fix a problem. Hold on.
Sure. Goodbye.
Let me cut this
You're
off.
back. Goodbye.
There
You're back. Screwing with you. Oh, crap.
Now, give me a minute.
The camera is pretty clear, I'll say. What camera are you using? Is that just the...
Oh, that's just the webcam, the Logitech 920.
Same thing I'm using. Looks really cool.
Well,
got good lighting.
that's why I want to log in through OBS, because I've got my Nikon and another camera, and I'm setting up. I got that Antel HDMI switcher coming tomorrow.
Yep.
So I want to make sure that everything is working. And the last time I tried that, I couldn't hear. So I wanted to try and get that fixed so that tomorrow when I set everything up, I'm good to go. So I'm leaving. I'll be right back.
No.
See you in a minute.
This is going to take a little while. I think if I put a blade scraper on here, I could do this a lot easier. This is actually a flat end. This isn't sharp at all. I deliberately use a flat end instead of a pointy end one. If that makes sense. That way I don't jam myself. I can still cut myself with the corners because the corners are sharp, but the face is flat, which isn't really great for this. Works fine for removing 3D prints, but not really great for getting under here. Of course, I really don't have enough desktop space. I really want to cut this one down. This thing's way too big. I don't even remember. Where did I get this? Oh, this came from Printed Solid. I wish he'd state the actual sizes. I was like, oh, this is about the right, he's like, he states them by the printer, which is great. But I went like, oh, that's about the same size as my printer. And it's quite a bit larger. Which is not a big deal other than it kind of flaps around in the breeze sometimes. Freeze it? Never heard of that one. I think it would just, the PEI would just shatter if you froze it, wouldn't it? Seems to be coming off easier from a little heat. I gotta put it back on the heater. It's not hot anymore. I don't know, man. Should I let him back in? I don't know. He's a deserter. He keeps deserting.
All right, Tom, I can't hear you, so I'm going to try and fix my audio. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Good. Okay.
You're just fine.
Right. Let me see if I can fix this.
I don't know. Can you? May you? Will you? Really? I never heard that one. This isn't a Prusia, but that don't mean nothing. I never heard that. Never heard about doing it cold. I might have to try that next. There, Mr. Sellers. We always heat it up because that softens the glue. But and the cat came back the very next day, and the cat came back, and they thought it was a goner. Really? I've never heard that. And it doesn't like just shatter it. I can't get a grip on it. That's the problem. It's starting to peel right off. Other than I can't get a good pull on it. So you guys are saying if I put it in the freezer, it'll be even easier? I never heard that one. Something just fell over. Some bottle or something. Really? All right. I'm going to believe you. Get this off. I'm going to throw it in the freezer for, I don't know, like 10, 15 minutes to do it. We'll see how that works. We'll give it a shot. I'm game to just about anything. Not that this is that terrible. I mean, I got more than half of it off already. Well, probably just half of it. But sure, let's try freezing it.
You might lose me here if you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
But let's see.
Which means I'll shut this off.
Oh, there you go. I can hear you.
I can hear you now.
Wait a minute, but I can't see you now.
Why would that be?
Isn't that something?
You're weird, man. You're a freaking weirdo.
I got
I'll be right back. I'm going to try these guys' idea of putting this in the freezer.
in the freezer. Okay.
They're saying the glue releases better if it's in the freezer. I'll give it a shot. I'll try anything once.
All right. All right. Now, while the boss is away, I will play. Let's see. That's that. So I can close that. Now, I gotta bring up the chat. You back, Tom?
I'm back.
All right. Give me now I gotta bring up the chat window.
No, I wasn't planning on placing the new sheet in there. I think that sheet's thicker than the one that was on there. It's smaller. It says it's 300 by 300, but I can swear the other one was too. This is definitely smaller.
The heat didn't work for you?
It helped a little bit.
Should have let it get a little hotter.
Yeah, it was hot enough.
Yeah, the cold should do it too.
That's exactly 300. That other one must have been a 310 or a 320. I'm willing to give anything a shot. I mean, I'm going to have to take it out tomorrow. I'm not going to do it tonight. Take it out in the garage and scrub it with some orange clean to get all the glue off.
I'm going on the back side of this to connect my other camera.
We shall see.
We shall see.
I don't know. It's a mixed match. I know that the actual spring steel sheet, it's not, it was just a sheet. I got it printed solid. It was for the rail core, but not the regular rail core, the rail core XL or something. And I looked it up and I thought it was the right size and it wasn't. It's too big. But that's, that's no big deal. And the PEI sheet, I think, was, I'm trying to think of where I got it from. Oh, I know where I got it from. I got it from Tim, TH3D. That's where that came from. And it was great. I mean, it was good sheet. Worked beautiful. Like I said, right up until about a month ago, it just started cracking. It's bizarre. It like literally happened overnight, which was weird. Strange. I really want to buy another flex sheet, but I got no money, and they're expensive. Stupid spring steel sheets, with a coating already on them. That's the other thing. No one's really selling it. It's hard to find just the sheets now. Like TH3 doesn't sell sheets anymore. He sells it pre-applied. It's like the whole flex sheet now has become, consumable. It's like you throw the whole stainless out and everything. Spring steel. Yeah, I've sanded it once or twice. Not a lot. But it like orange peeled, which is totally like weird. And it wasn't the glue. At first, I thought it was the glue underneath was like coming loose or something. And it wasn't the glue. The actual surface started like cracking. And then chunks of it started popping off with print.
Chunks?
Yeah. There was like 4 or 5 holes in that last sheet where the part just pulled it up. It wasn't even like fought or anything. It just popped it up.
Huh.
It's bizarre. And like I said, I have PEI sheets that are years old that got way more abuse than that one did. Not that I didn't use it. I actually used it quite a bit on the Llamacore. I didn't use it on that, which is what I originally bought it for, but that bed won't heat up hot enough for it to work.
I hear you.
Yeah, the Easy Mat is the way to go, especially if you're like this thing with the cheap ass heater bed that doesn't like to heat up. You know, the TH3D mat is way better. I shouldn't say way better. It's the easiest, most convenient because you can run it at a lower temperature. So if you have a crappy bed that doesn't like to heat it up, the Easy Mat is a good choice because you can't use I really do like Wham Bam's packs, but that needs even more heat. That needs 75, 80 degrees for most stuff to work decently on it. And even the Llamacore doesn't like heating up that hot. And to be honest, why heat it up if you don't need to? Why have the heat in the room unless it's like the middle of the winter? It's nice in the middle of the winter. But why heat the bed up, heat the room, waste the energy if you get just as good of adhesion with the Easy Mat at a lower temperature?
No signal.
I never have to apply. I actually apply glue stick to it to let it release. I never have a problem with it sticking. Not with PLA. PLA sticks to it like freaking too well. Almost. I don't think I've ever printed PETG or anything else on it. Hey, YouTube says I'm live.
Oh, you finally got the notification?
I think I got it a while ago. I just opened up my email.
Huh. This is odd. Okay. Why?
Well, my core cooled down. Cooled down enough.
Why won't it show?
I love the Easy Mat. I was actually working with him to get my own done, but kind of bailed on it because all the patterns I wanted to do were too complicated, which makes no sense. But whatever. Maybe I'll just do it again with just just 2 colors. I think that's the problem is I had 4 colors. Because my logo's got the or 3 colors, the black, white, and the burgundy. Or if I just did burgundy and white, I think they could do it. I actually like the grid on the thing. His new ones won't have a grid. They're black and just have his logo in the bottom corner, which are nice too. But I kind of like the grid on his old sheets.
Huh.
Yeah, I sometimes do. I have problems sometimes with glue stick too. I just don't. It's gooey. It goes on too thick or too thin, and I never get it quite right. I found if you properly level your bed, blah blah blah, almost all of the faces work. EI works, the PEX works, the Easy Mat works, Build Tack works. They all work. It's just which one works the easiest. Like I said, the Easy Mat is the lowest temperature one I found, which for me works the best. Yep, blue tape works too. What is up, Monkey Man? Hop in here, dude. Come monkey around with us.
Yeah, come monkey around while I fix my problems here. Okay, that works.
There is no fixing your problems because your problems are you.
Now I have all this working, and I didn't use it for a while, and apparently some settings got changed somewhere, which, by the way, OBS through
Actually, I won't talk
Google
about blue tape, but that's
is not working, so I had to go to Vivaldi.
I never got OBS to work properly. Not that it didn't. I shouldn't say that. OBS works just fine on my Mac. It's just it's
you.
No, it's a processor. It's a little Mac Mini, and it just doesn't have enough oomph behind it.
Yeah, I got you. Now I got almost everything working. I right now I don't know why my Nikon is not coming up. Everything is connected, but I'm only getting a black screen. But I think I know what the problem is. But that's going to mean I need to disconnect and check. But, I wonder, because the other day it was working fine. I just couldn't hear anything.
There's something I wanted to talk to Monkey about too. Now I can't remember what the hell it was, Jordan. There's something I wanted to ask you last night or something. When you were on the stream and I was dead exhausted.
But you can't remember.
Yeah, no, it's that old age, can't remember shit thing.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Because I'm freaking old. Old.
No, I'm using the Elgato. Mike.
Anybody got an old like Wi-Fi router kind of thing that they don't want?
What do you need?
Fancy. We ran it. My mother's in the basement, and the Wi-Fi is right there. And she's been doing Zoom with the church now because she used to do these church things. I'd take her once a week to the church, and she'd sit and they'd have their little, they'd read something in the Bible or some book, or and they'd sit there and analyze it, and whatever. It got her out of the house. Well, obviously, COVID, they can't do it, so they started doing it on Zoom meetings. Plus, they're starting to do the actual church services on Zoom.
So you need something to boost the signal downstairs.
Yeah, well, my brother was here.
I got one for you. I'll send you one. I got something for you.
We don't want a booster because the booster, we have one.
No. Hold on a second.
He want a router. He ran a full Ethernet cable downstairs. He brought a router. He brought a little Wi-Fi router. Well, he plugged it in and it literally went up in smoke. And he's like, well, that's what I get for trying to use. It's like 12 years old. It's a slow old piece of crap, but for her, it don't matter. I was like the old. I literally just threw out my old. I think I had a D-Link.
This won't work for you.
That's just a booster.
Yeah, Netgear.
No, for some reason I don't know. My brother was saying no, the boosters wouldn't do what we need.
So what is
he wanted to give her own Wi-Fi network down there. We ran a cable today and everything.
Oh, that's different.
A whole Ethernet cable down there. That way she could have her own little Wi-Fi unit down there. Her own little.
So what are you looking for?
Whatever.
A router?
Yeah, just an old beat up one.
I have one.
I literally just threw out my, I don't know, what is it, Linksys or whatever, the blue ones with the two that were real popular 10 years ago.
I've got an extra Linksys somewhere. I'll find it. If I find it, I'll send you.
I literally just threw it out like a month or two ago because I'm like, I'll never use this thing. Of course, my brother shows up and says, hey, let's run a cable down there. I brought the cables and made all the cables and did all that and freaking ran it down there. And he brought one. He brought a, 5 or 6 year old one from work because they're unloading all the crap. I mean, that's what he does. And of course, he plugged it in and it literally went zap. We heard it go, like they do. And that was that. It shut right off. He's like, well,
I hear you, Mike, but I've got the internal Elgato card. Now, I don't think, I've never had a problem with anything going to sleep. I've got the whole system set so it doesn't sleep. So something else is happening. I'm getting a black screen exactly like you say. It just may need to be rebooted, but I'm not going to do that now.
Boot it up. Boot it up.
You know what? Maybe
I'll be turning it off and back on again.
That's what I'm gonna. No, I tried that already. I tried the camera on and off. I'm just gonna I'm going to check out for a minute, reboot the system, and see what happens. Be back.
I'll be back. Uh-oh, now you just got me. Holy crap. Isn't that freaking scary? So how long do I need to leave that thing in the freezer? Seriously, the freezer? For some reason, the freezer is like anti-right to me, but I'll try anything once. I believe you. I'll believe you. Never heard of that one, but I'll give it a shot. So what, like a half an hour? When did I put it in there? Like 10 minutes ago, if that. So I'm going to wait another 10 minutes. That'll be enough. It's just a little thin sheet. It'll be frozen in no time. Google Prusa PEI replacement. That's no fun. It's more fun having you guys tell me. It's the whole point of the stream. I don't need to Google. I have you. Why would I want to Google? Really? 30 minutes? I don't think it'll take that long to freeze that sheet, but sure, why not? It's not like I got anything else to do but maybe sleep. I was in bed last night at 8:30. Like, they started streaming. And after, hot makes, I was out all day freaking beating the crap out of myself because my leg was actually feeling halfway decent. So I went out and worked in the yard most of the day, which was dumb because now my legs are aching. But anyway, I was exhausted. Watch that. I was literally in bed by 8 o'clock, and I was laying in bed at like 8:30 when Justin and Dan and you guys were off streaming last night afterwards. And next thing I know, it was like midnight. I woke up staring at my little iPad on the stand over there. I was like, whoa. Went right back to sleep. Woke up at 2 o'clock this morning, unfortunately, which is when I started doing the video I released today. I literally started recording that at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Actually, no. Yeah, I recorded at 2 o'clock, and then I started editing it later this morning, and said, no, and then re-recorded it because it was not very good. I stuttered too much and stumbled because I was tired. What mirror window film to get for the acrylic for my Voron? Why do you want mirror film? Why? Just to make it look cool. And get the cheapest crap you can. You know, it would look really cool. Don't they have like iridescent, like rainbow, like window color shade? Isn't there like a rainbowy, not rainbow, but the iridescent, change the angle and it changes color kind of thing, whatever they call that. That is iridescent, right? Where different angles changes the color. Isn't that the right word for that effect? Anyway, that would look cool. Chrome illusion. Never heard that one, but sure. Oh, I see. You're gonna do like the little pixie lights inside so it's all lit up. That's a freaking awesome idea. That would look cool, actually. You're right. We're going to need pictures. Lots and lots of pictures. But you got to Twitter it or Facebook it or Instagram it. I don't know. Twitter it. I don't do Instagram. I don't get Instagram. It's like, what's the point of Instagram when you have Facebook and Twitter? It's the same damn thing. Except for you're not locked down to a mobile device. It's one thing I hate about Instagram. You're kind of locked down to a mobile device unless you get to plug in and do all that. And It's more of a pain than it's worth. I think I literally have like 6 Instagram accounts because I keep trying it and not remembering what it is. And try to get the password, and it's a different email, and I don't remember what. Then I just say, "Screw it! I'll start a new account." Make sure to get 1,000 UF cap and 10 ohm resistor for what? Oh, for the lights? I think he knows what he's doing. Kid's not stupid. Not as dumb as me when it comes to that. I am dumb when it comes to that. The NeoPixels. Yeah, that's what it is. I am not a programmy kind of thing. Otherwise, there'd be NeoPixels all over. I'd probably NeoPixel the crap out of this room if I knew what I was doing. One of these days, I just might. Helps to level the spikes. Sure. Why would it be spiking? Why? Why would it spike? Well, guess Sergio's gone. He got lost in the OBS cloud of whatever. I should print something. It's only 8 o'clock at night. What can I print in like an hour or two? Something simple. Could do a couple more ear savers. I know people are running out of those. I don't want to burn off my orange zone. It's all loaded. I printed some orange ones earlier today, just printing them. Yeah, a lot of people are doing that. Or Cocky does that. He sticks it into the 2020. A couple other people, everybody's doing it. And then you got Mad Monkey, who's got it all in his boxes and everywhere, and it's all hooked up to what do you got it that hooked up to, an Adreno, or is it just one of the built-in controllers and it came with the kit? Is Monkey still here? The Mad Monkey. He's got his whole back wall lit up, all cool. All cool, like, because he's cool. He's the cool Mad Monkey. Pirate dude. Anyway. Tired of listening to me babble already. Somebody else, you guys got to jump in here, man. Somebody's got to jump in here. Because I'm getting tired of listening to me babble. Someone needs to have more conversational skills than me. There's someone else streaming tonight? I just came on for an hour. I figured I'd do it for an hour. Someone's always kicking it on at 8 or so. Hey, there's Jim. Or Jim Head. Oh, there's a whole gym. Holy crap. It's not just a gym hat. It's a whole gym.
Yep, it's not just a hat. It's gym.
Was that a beer? You got to turn off your background audio there.
Yeah.
We're getting feedback. The YouTube still.
Not from me.
It's from Jim.
Is it me?
It's Jim. And it's still going. I'm muting here for a second, Jim.
I found the problem.
You can unmute yourself when you get rid of the YouTube audio.
See?
Here you go.
It was simple. I just didn't see it. It was staring me in the face.
What's that? The camera?
Yeah. I when I looked at it, in OBS, I tells you it's not on because it's got the bar across it.
Yeah.
All I had to do was turn that on.
Well, that helps. Yeah.
So now I can go back to main scene, transition. We're good to go. Oh man, that was easy. I can't believe it.
That was easy. So anyway, what happened to Jim? Jim bailed on us again. He disconnected or something. I think he was just on his phone.
So you like that Ideal Maker?
I love Idea Maker.
I gotta try it. I'm gonna download it and see what it's like.
Dude, watch my little video today. It's a whole
I did. I watched the one this morning.
Yeah, all right. You commented on it. And just load up one of your printers. You got actually all your printers are basically the same anyways, right?
Well, 3 Prusa alike and the one CR10S.
Oh, well.
I gave away
They all have pre-made. You can download the pre-made profiles for them. You don't even have to set up a profile.
Yeah.
Do it just like I did, but click on it instead of, sitting there entering all the information. You can just click on one and download it and just go. It's not perfect.
I'm going to give it a try.
I look at Kara or I look at
Jim's back.
But 99.9% of the time I use Idea Maker.
Mm-hmm.
You got to turn your background audio off there, Jim. You still got YouTube playing while you're on.
YouTube's off, man.
Well, you're getting feedback. I can hears it. You can turn that processing on too, Jim. Do you have the audio processing on? Are you using a laptop computer or are you using a cell phone or iPad? You might have to turn on the audio processing.
Oh, I need to.
You go down here somewhere. There's mic, cam, and then audio, and then don't disable this. Make sure this is not checked, just like mine isn't where I'm using the mic. You want that unchecked. If that's checked, which I'm pretty sure that's default, is it's checked. You want that unchecked, and that will turn on audio processing. And that audio processing cuts the feedback from the thing.
The audio processing?
Yeah. And that makes it so you don't get the feedback loop.
See, now I can switch. Let's see.
Looking at this paint, about a month ago, maybe even longer, I bought paint to paint this bathroom. It's got paint bleed from the last coat. We painted it like a dark brown years and years and years ago. Two-toned. Oh, green screen. Oh, look at that. Isn't that cute? He's got his own little intro.
I just got to learn how to switch between these things a little faster.
I like mine better.
I'm Glenn.
I'm Xander.
And together we're Fun King 3D.
I love that. I just literally saved that just so.
I remember that one.
That was a great April Fool's. I'll never forget Glenn. I worked with Glenn for like a month setting that up. He thought I was joking that I was going to do that. He's like, "You're not going to do that." I'm like, "Dude, I'm going to freaking shave my head and I'm going to be you." He's like, "No, you won't." I'm like, "Yes, I will. You don't know me very well."
Man, no Earth this year. Damn it.
Yeah.
I thought by this time they would have, but they decided, 2 months ago they weren't going to do it.
Yeah. No, there's
virtual.
Especially where it's in a school. I mean, that would never
Yeah,
fly.
college.
School wouldn't let it happen, if nothing else. because we actually started school in state. Most of the towns started school today, and we're like the best state in the union right now in all of the country. We have the lowest new cases. We have one of the highest testing rates. We're testing like 45,000 people a day. We had 8 new hospitalizations last week.
Wow.
No deaths in like weeks. And like we have like 0.1% new cases in the last couple of days.
Well, Maryland governor just decided to go to phase 3 as of Friday, whatever that means. So,
yeah. Well, we're opening schools, but we're doing everyone's doing virtual schooling. But
well, the governor has told the schools that they have to come up with some kind of a plan to have kids back in the classroom.
yeah. Well, our state mandate is they all do virtual almost every day, but anyone with the letter A through L in their last name will actually go to school Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday it's closed. Everyone's doing virtual, and then Thursday and Friday L through Z will actually go into the building, and they want to test that. And that's like a statewide, and you can opt out of it if the parents can opt out of it, but that's our state baseline for all of the schools. Most of the schools are trying it.
Well, I'm telling you right now, probably a lot of parents are not going to let their kids go to school. Not yet. I think it's a little bit too early.
It's I don't know.
I think the kids got to get their education, but and this distance learning has not been working well.
It's funny because a lot of my kids, a lot of my friends / people I went to school with, I'm on Facebook and blah blah blah. They're all my age or a little bit younger, have kids in school, and one of them was laughing because he's got a younger kid, and he said, "How many kids how many parents sent their kid off to school with the mask on, and they came home with a different mask?"
Uh-oh. That's not good.
The kids were all like trading the mask because they liked somebody else's mask better.
Oh.
It's like, that ain't the way to do it, man.
Yeah.
The kids are all like, I don't know, I think his kid's like 6 or 8. So they don't really get it, they don't understand that's not what you do. And everyone's like, at this point, all you can do is laugh about it, to just deal with it.
They don't get it. They don't get it. Not yet. Some of them.
I mean, in all reality, we're all going to end up with it. It's just a flu. I mean, it really isn't just a flu, but it's a flu. It's just like a common cold. It's a flu. It's a really bad flu. It kills people. It's dangerous. It's a pandemic, blah, blah, blah. But in the end, it's a flu. We're all going to get it at some point.
Oh, no. Well, hopefully not.
Well, you actually do want it, although they're saying now that you won't necessarily, most flus, once you get it, you're immune to it. I mean, the whole point of the whole masking and the distancing is not to prevent you from getting it ever. It's to prevent people from getting it all at once so the hospitals get overloaded. That's it. That's the whole point of the whole mask thing. It's not just to prevent you from ever getting it. Most people are going to end up with it.
There's a guy here that lives not too far.
Hubby Helly says he's got it.
Well, this guy tested positive, but has absolutely no symptoms.
Yeah, well, that's the problem is there's a lot of people with it without symptoms. Mm-hmm. And the problem is they have no symptoms, and a lot of them are, anti-maskers, blah, blah, blah. And they're the ones spreading the crap, going, "Oh, I'm not going to wear a mask." Well, the mask isn't to protect you. Anyway, enough of that.
Yeah, that's true what Mike says. There are some people that have gotten it twice already, and getting more. They didn't learn the first time.
I'm getting to the point now where it's been a year, and it's just, enough is enough.
So I guess that's up
Anyway,
in Canada. School.
let's change the subject because we've all heard it and seen it and talked about it. It's on the news every freaking day. I literally, dude, it's funny. Since this all hit like real heavy, I mean, we got it earlier, but since it hit like mid-March, I have not watched the news at all. I turn it on in the morning. I've got my DVR here. I like brush my teeth, take a crap, take a piss, wash my face, kind of wake up, come back, and rewind it to the weather, watch the weather, and then shut it off. I don't watch the news at all anymore. I just don't. Because it's the same old crap.
Yeah.
It's what stupid thing did Biden say today? What stupid thing did Trump say? What stupid thing they say about each other? Oh my God, COVID is killing everyone. It's like, okay, there's the whole freaking hour of news. I just gave it to you. Move on.
Yeah, I know. The news is kind of discouraging. Or, I don't watch it either.
I don't know. Anyway,
I just get my flash briefings.
Enough of that. I mean, it's, you got to do what you got to do. It's a pandemic. We should be wearing masks and keep it clean and be responsible and blah, blah, blah. Everyone should just participate so it can be over sooner. Not going to happen.
All right, change the subject. What else is new?
So, hey, I got something new today. I got some flexi filament I've never played with before. Ooh, and it comes with a fancy Mylar bag. I can keep my filament in it. What else is in there? A piece of cardboard and a little card stickery thing. It's like a sticker card. It's just a card. What is this? I don't have my glasses on. Your wonderful printing experience with 3D filament is what we really care about. Are you happy with it? Please give us a 5-star review on Amazon. If you are not completely satisfied, please email us personally at zorro3d.com. Well, at least they want you to.
RCCNC likes the color.
Yeah, it's like Dayglow Green. And I bought it because I was looking for TPU, and I'm not really worried about like fancy or anything. I'm actually going to there's a project I'm getting ready to do that needs TPU, and I'm almost out of cheap TPU. And
Top secret?
no, it's just I'm not sure how I'm going to go about it yet, so I don't want to get into it because I got other projects. I still got to do the frickin' the hodgepodge printer. I'm going to start trying to do that next week.
I got to move these screens around because I keep looking at the screen up there, and it looks like I'm looking up at the sky.
I basically went and hit Amazon for the cheapest TPU I could without getting ridiculously stupid cheap and gotten bad reviews. And the Zorro's actually got halfway decent reviews. And it's like $20 for a full kilo of TPU. So I always, like, I don't know if you do that with Amazon. If you click on all the colors, sometimes the price goes up and down a buck or two.
Mm-hmm.
It was all like $21, and this sick freaking green was $14.99. And I called my brother and said, "Dude, I need $14." He goes, "What do you want?" I said, "Some film." And he goes, "Here's my credit card number. Just order it." So my brother bought this for me.
Cool.
Because I got no money. I got no money.
Are you close to Social Security age yet?
I'm beyond Social Security age, but I'll never get any.
Oh, why?
Because I always worked for myself and I didn't pay proper when I was younger. So I got it was my own stupidity when I was young and stupid. And when I started working for other people, I actually worked for myself young and then worked for other people because I found it easier because I didn't want to deal with the paperwork. But I don't have enough in there for anything. Matter of fact, I owe like $10,000 in Social Security and back taxes and stuff, which is fine. A lot of people are like anti-taxes. I have no problems paying taxes when they go for something. Like, I never had a problem paying them, other than I had no money to pay them. They want me to pay
well, yeah, you can't pay if you ain't got it.
Yeah, well, back in like 99, 2000, I made $30,000 that year, which isn't good, but not terrible either. I mean, it's not good, but it's not bad. It was, 99, 2000. That's not good, but it's a livable. It's better than working at Walmart or freaking McDonald's. Anyway, 30 grand wasn't enough to, I bought a new van and I just never filed my taxes like a dumbass. I could have written a whole bunch of crap off. And it was just one of those things that just left my mind. I forgot about it. I filed for an extension and forgot. Well, like 5 years later, I started working for a company, filed my taxes just like I always do. I always filed every other year. And all of a sudden I got back this big, huge letter with a bill because I guess the guy, I did some jobs for a guy. He subbed me and he submitted all kinds of fake paperwork, which I fought and I won. But I had to prove all my other income. So all of a sudden I had like $10,000 in taxes. And of course, it's 5-6 years later. I don't freaking remember where the receipts are and couldn't write off my van. And I screwed myself. It was just dumb. It was my own fault. So now they want a third of the income for the year. Just outright flat, 1/3. I made 30 grand. They want 10.
They tell you to save your paperwork for at least 10 years.
Oh, I know.
Got 20 years worth of paperwork.
But I moved at that time. I was moving so often. I lived in Florida for a year. I lived in New Hampshire for 2 years. I lived here for a year. I moved out to Long Island for 2 years. I probably still have it because I never throw it out. I just don't know where the hell it is.
I do it without headphones too.
Freaking space it off, and one thing leads to another, and I'm nobody's fault but my own. I mean, it's my own damn stupidity. No question about it.
Hey, Bob.
I got the mic right here. If you put the audio processing on, it doesn't feed back. You just have to have the audio processing on.
Yeah, I must have
There's
mine
no
on.
feedback coming through. You might be hearing my fan. I got a window fan right there, which it will pick up. I can't wear headphones. I can't deal with the cord. I got a set of Bluetooth, but the mic on them is so terrible.
Well, I got to reset this camera. Let me see.
But I'm not getting any. Are you getting any feedback? You're not getting any audio feedback, are you?
No, not me.
I'm not either. So if there's any feedback, it's through YouTube.
I'm good here.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't have any feedback. Usually we'll hear it before they do.
Right, because it's about, 15 seconds?
I was getting feedback with Jim because it kept popping back.
He was talking about that. What did he say? Laptop?
Oh, maybe that's what he was talking about. Maybe that's what he's talking about. He was having feedback. Oh, I thought Kit was saying. I was only half reading the chat. I have a Logitech in the box I was going to use to build a Cyclops, whatever a Cyclops is.
He's not a streamer. Hey, Dan.
What's up, Dan? Jump in, Dan. We need somebody that can babble more than me. Dan can definitely babble. Well, me and Dan are about equal babblers.
Yeah, come on, Dan. Come on up.
Come on in. The water's fine.
Come on down. I'm interested in trying that 810 video switcher. Really nice. All the reviews on it is really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
A whole lot of things with it.
Yeah, I get it now. I was only half reading the chat. Anyway. Come on in, Danny boy. Oh, Danny boy. Well, cool. We want to, well, maybe we don't want to see
Sitting
that.
on the couch with the missus. Oh.
We will, maybe I was going to say we want to see that, but then again.
Oh, she's using him as a pillow. He can't take off. If he takes off, she'll fall.
Yeah. Probably get over it. watching on the TV. Oh, it's quarter after, so that sheet's been in the freezer for a half an hour now. So, are you guys there, Jim, and you guys just saying I should be able to grab that thing and yank it off now, and then the glue's all hard and crisply, so it'll just pull free? Or am I going to have to, like, scrape it and pull it and break it? This has been,
There's one way of finding out.
been over a half an hour since I put it in there. Let me go get it. I'll be right back.
Go get it. Go get it.
Go and get it.
You go and get it. Let's do it. With 9 cats, what is it? 9 cats he's got in the house? How many cats you have, Dan? Oh, Dan, by the way, I've been pretty busy, but I got a package going out to you soon.
Okay, so I should just be able to yank this off of here now? Why am I thinking that ain't going to work?
There you go.
Yeah, I don't think that did anything. Nope. Actually, if anything, it's making it harder because it's the PEI is all brittle.
Well, now put it on the heat bed now and see if it'll.
What would that do? That's just going to remelt it. Yeah, this is making the PEI brittle. That's all that did. Unless I'm missing something. Am I missing something? What am I missing there, guys? You're the ones that told me to do it. I'm not going to say it's not harder. I don't know if it's actually any easier.
I don't know. That's looking just as hard as you were doing it before.
Yeah, it is. It ain't no. And the sheet won't pull up. It's breaking instead of just pulling up. Because it's crispy. The glue isn't sticky though, like where it was before, which is kind of nice.
What was that? What was that on there?
What?
Is that a Wham Bam or what?
No, it's I'm not even sure. I think I got it from Tim.
Oh,
I'm not sure. This plate is from Printed Solid.
oh, okay.
The one he had on sale that I was like, okay, that's bigger than 300, so it'll fit. I don't even remember why he had it on sale or something. I think it's for the rail cores.
All right, give me a second. I got a phone call. I got to grab.
No phone call. You can't do phone calls. Nope. Sitting in the beanbag chair, naked eating Cheerios. What are you, frickin' John Mack? Speaking of now, you said naked in a chair. Where's John Mack? Naked. He'll show up now. He heard it. He subliminally heard it. No, I'm not going to burn it off. Nope. Not that crazy. If I could just buy a new one, I would, but I can't, so I won't. Do you know what I am going to do? Eat my ice cream sandwich I got while I was in the freezer. Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Ice cream sandwich. Go. Well, the whole freezer thing is a bust. Unless there was something I missed. Yeah, I don't have a flat knife that I can heat. I don't know. Believe it or not, this is one of my old Bondo knives that I used to Bondo wood trim with. Bondo makes an awesome rotten wood filler. Like if you got a small rot spot at the bottom of trim on the exterior, people don't realize you just cut it out. You hit the end of the rotten wood with crazy glue and then fill it with Bondo. And the crazy glue hardens and stops the wood from rotting anymore. Also, the Bondo adheres to the crazy glued wood like unbelievably even better than it ever did to a car.
Hey, I'll be back in a second. I gotta go down and get something for somebody.
No work. Work's over.
Work.
That's funny. Yeah, I'll get it eventually. I mean, I look like I'm pushing hard, I kind of am, but I'm not like killing myself. I'm just wiggling it. I'm using the wiggle action. Yeah, I'm not going outside to get a chisel. I thought about that. If I could get a good grip on it, but I can't get a good grip just to pull. If I get a good grip and just do a nice, slow, even pull, it would just pull right off. I think the freezer thing's actually making it harder now that it's not frozen anymore. Yeah. I'm like halfway done. It's a pain in the butt, but it's not that bad. I think getting the old glue off is going to be harder. So getting some orange clean with rubbing alcohol mixed into it. So, need a new roll of paper towels. Yeah, if you ever want to get most adhesives off, you can buy like goop, goop off or goo off or whatever, which works. Usually works pretty decently on this stuff. But it's like $8 for this little bottle. You go to Lowe's or Home Depot or any of those places, you can buy a gallon of Zep Orange Clean. Well, strip it right off. Use it, the Orange Clean, with like 4 parts Orange Clean, 1 part rubbing alcohol. It'll strip just about any adhesive off. I used to strip my bike chains with that. It rips the oils and glues and everything right out. It was almost too good. I know I'm going to jab myself if I keep doing it that way. One of these times the piece is going to break free and just going to jab me. I wonder, I just thought of something. I wonder if I can just back roll it off. Oh yeah, baby. Why didn't I think of that before? Problem is I can't grab onto it. If I could grab onto it, could it come right off? That hurt. Something was under there and whacked me in the pinky. Oh, don't rip. Don't rip. It's ripping and cracking. This is where the orange peel was the worst, is right here. There's already a chunk missing there. Come on, stay on there. That round thing stays under there. I gotta wait it. Hold on to the sheet. And then you can just roll it off with the glue stick, which actually seems to be working. That seems to be the best one so far, is using the glue stick. And see what I'm doing? I'm kind of rolling the glue stick, and that's using the leverage of the roundness of the glue stick, whatever, to pull it.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
It's just giving me something with a little more leverage. It's actually working pretty well. Not perfect. And of course, I just stuck half the stuff I pulled off back down because that was stupid.
I had to go and readjust one of my cameras.
What the hell else could y'all be doing on a Tuesday night? Tuesday
Cut
night?
off the night vision.
Well, watch me frickin' try and peel a frickin' sheet of PEI off the bed. That's a big chunk.
Now, how much you got left on there? Just little pieces?
No, there's like a little dog leg left. Probably about a quarter of it in volume. If that. Which this is actually working really well. Especially it does the small pieces really, really well, actually.
David Horton says to use a chisel.
Yeah, I know. I don't have one hand. All my chisels are outside, and I actually don't have any crappy chisels anymore. I got rid of all the junk ones. All I've got is my real expensive ones. Not putting them on here. I got, doing all the fancy woodwork I used to do. I've got a couple of like $300-$400 sets of chisels.
Ouch.
Not really. Those aren't even. I had even better ones.
I don't use chisels, so
Yeah, no.
not in my work.
I used to. I used to do some pretty fancy shit.
Oh yeah, let me try. Let me see how my
Have like 5 different kinds of routers and saws and left-handed saws and trim saws and 4-inch blade saws and 4 or 5 different kinds of jigsaw and coming off now. I think more because I'm just getting pissed off and yanking on it. Most of it, there's only a little itty bitty square left. I just cut my finger. That hurt. Wow, that sliced me good. Holy crap. The edge of this. I cut my finger on the edge of this. Freaking took a chunk right out of my knuckle. Check it out. Lost your audio there, Sergio. Didn't even realize they did it until it started feeling the blood oozing out. The spring steel cut me. I'm all bleeding. I'm bleeding. But you know what? It's almost all gone now. One little piece left.
Oh, there you go. Somehow I muted myself.
Well, that's not a very smart thing to do.
No. I was trying to see if I can get my microscope cam up, but I guess I'm going to have to do some configuring.
Yeah, we want to see the microscope cam. All right, now I got blood-colored glue. Oh, my finger's dripping. Look at all that blood.
Go get a Band-Aid.
I hope nobody gets freaking like sick from blood because I'm bleeding.
Go get a Band-Aid.
I just ran out of paper towel. That's just smashing. Let's see. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm even going to put a Band-Aid on more because I just don't want to bleed all over everything. It's actually pretty deep. It like slid all the way up to my knuckle. Like way up in there. It's like a half-inch deep. Which I find rather surprising because it didn't really hurt that bad. Okay. You know how hard it is to put a Band-Aid on your finger one-handed? There we go.
When was your last tetanus shot?
Like a year or two ago.
Oh, you're good.
Actually, no. I wasn't sure, so they gave me one when I went in for my knee like a week ago.
Okay, then you're really good.
I wasn't sure. I couldn't think about it. I was like moaning and groaning in pain. And I'm like, I don't fucking know. So they just like, oh, it won't hurt you to have another one. So
Yeah, it's
they gave
about
me
every
one
10 years.
whenever I went into the hospital there, they just gave me one. Because they automatically around here, they do, they give you, if you haven't had one and there's bleeding or broken skin, and I cut my knee when I fell over from it. So they gave me a tetanus shot. They do a free AIDS test. They do there's like 6 different tests they do. Like all you do is sign the paperwork, and they're like, oh, well, we got to ask you. It's like, do them all. Who knows? You want to do tests on me? Take my blood.
I'm due for a tetanus shot, so I got to get one soon.
Yeah, you probably should.
Yeah, I think it's been about 10 years now.
Yeah. I used to get them automatically just for the same reason you do the same kind of stuff I do, where you're always, not only you're always cutting yourself, but you're in other people's houses in kind of not the best environment of the house, where like there's mice and bird shit. And
I just did that.
Yeah.
A few days ago.
And I mean, just getting all of that stuff taken care of when you're doing that kind of work is, again, you're always crawling around in the attics and the basements where it's fucking disgusting in their house. I mean, not the people's fault. It's just, squirrels and mice and ants and rodents and just.
I do not go into crawl spaces anymore. I'll do attics, but I won't do crawl spaces.
Yeah, I won't do crawl. I never like doing crawl spaces.
I was in a crawl space a couple years ago, and this big old rat and I was like, oh my God. And I got the hell out of there, because when I was a kid, I was about 17, 18 years old. And my buddy and I were chasing these rats in New York, in the New York building.
That's brilliant.
We cornered this pregnant rat, and that sucker got up on its hind legs, looked at us both, and went,
yeah.
And I ain't got much hair on my body, but the little hair I had just stood up in the back of my neck and everything. Got the hell out. Ever since then, I don't mess with rats. I just don't.
There's one crawl space I worked in. You will get a kick out of this. He's an Irish dude that came here. He's actually our mason. He used to do all our masonry work and beautiful, like all this super, like really nice hand done fireplaces where he would like shape the stones and make patterns into it. You know, he'd sit there and hand chisel them out. So it,
Yeah.
like he made like doves and angels out of the slate. Like he'd do a chimney and he'd have the slate finish, and he'd literally chip it in like doves and butterflies and pretty much anything you want. He'd chip it like for hours out of slate. Anyway, we went to do some work on his house, and I can't remember what it was, but we had to go in his crawl space, and he's got like this. I want to call it a raised ranch. It's really not. It's kind of a rancho colonial. We like to call him. It's half colonial, half ranch. Anyway. He's got this like 3-foot crawl space for a basement. We're like, oh crap, we got to go down there. I don't remember what the hell were we doing down there. But he's like, oh, you won't mind it. And we're like, it's a crawl space. We're going to hate it. We get down there. Not only is it beautifully lit, it's spotlessly clean. And he tiled it. Walls, floors, everything. The whole basement / crawl space was the map of Ireland in tiles. In tiles. In the crawl space, dude. In the crawl space.
Yeah, where nobody goes, right?
Yeah. And I mean, it was immaculate down there. It was the cleanest. I mean, that was cleaner than most people's like kitchen / restaurant / I mean, it was freaking gorgeous down there. It was all black and white tiles mapped out in the map of Ireland.
Wow. And Dan, you're right. Every time I was plugging in the microscope, it was cutting out my audio. Something
Sure.
I got to work on.
So anyway, now I just got to get some adhesive remover on that thing tomorrow and remove the adhesive. And I got to say, the one thing I will say for the frozen area, right along here, like, it actually, where it was frozen and I started pulling it, it pulled the glue off the spring steel. So freezing it does pull the glue off the spring steel easier, but it doesn't make it any easier to pull off. But I guess it's that much less cleaning you got to do because I don't have to clean that little spot of glue off.
Yeah, what Kid said. You see what Quick Kid said? He made the mistake of leaving a bag of birdseed on.
Oh God!
It was loaded with mice.
They move right into that.
Oh, mice ain't too bad. Rats.
Yeah, no.
If you got mice around, there ain't no rats. That's a good thing.
Yeah, the rats will eat the mice, but
yeah,
we got because this is all wooded area. Every year I get field mice in the house. Like right around now, they start moving into the house as it's starting to get cooler out. They start really infesting the house. Like I'll put like 4 or 5 traps down in the next month, and I'll catch 2 or 3 mice every day. And they're not even living in the house. They're coming. They're coming in.
Well,
they're now starting to move in to get out of the cold.
When I first bought my the first new townhouse that I bought, it was a brand new house. The back was to an open field, wooded area. And I went there during the construction while they were still building it. And, you know, they had doors open and everything else. Anyway, when we finally moved in, we had field mice had gotten in. And one night I trapped 3 of them, and I lived there for 23 years, and we never saw mice again.
Really? That's unusual.
That was interesting, though.
I got a big hole in the bottom in the top of the foundation on this back wall that like chipped out when they built the house, and the plate doesn't seal against it proper, and I keep stuffing stuff in there every year, and I know that's where they're getting in. And every year I stuff that like They give you that copper like Brillo pad that the
Mm-hmm.
working guy gives you, and I put that in there, and like 2 months later, it's gone.
Yeah, but you got to reinforce it somehow.
Yeah, well, it
can't
either
just leave
falls
that.
out.
They
or
will
I
pull it
have-
out.
They know they don't like it. They don't like chewing on it.
Yeah.
But I swear they're smart enough now where they just pull it out.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You got to reinforce it so they can't pull it
Yeah.
out.
Well, the guy actually said to, especially where it's such a big chunk, he said the next time you put it in there, and I think I will this year, stuff it in there and then hit it with some spray foam so it fills in around it. Because they'll chew spray foam away like nothing. But the minute they start chewing on it and they hit that Brillo pad crap, they'll stop chewing on it because it makes their gums bleed. And that'll glue it in there and insulate it. And so I think I will this year. This house was not well sealed to the foundation it was built in 70. So that wasn't like a big deal back then.
Yeah. And I bet you it was what?
Squirrels in the attic because they chewed through the freaking gable. We used to have gable vents. It's all ridge vent now, but we used to have gable vents. And come to find out, the squirrels chewed through the gable vent and moved into the attic.
Damn.
Which I fixed that and booted them all out when I put, because I don't know, God, was it mid 90s? I think it was. I put another full layer R19 up in the attic. So there's 2 layers crisscrossing of R19. So
Yeah.
whatever.
Fuel mice.
In the attic. I just don't like them. They're nasty. They get into everything. They bother me most in the kitchen. I don't want freaking mice in my kitchen. It just irritates the crap out of me. It's disgusting. I don't want their little shits on the floor or in my cabinets or on my dishes. Mouse crap in my dishes or in my silverware drawer. That's it. They're getting exterminated. I don't want them in there. I got nothing against field mice. They're all cute and everything out in the field. Not in my damn house. So anyway, it's been almost 2 hours. Someone else supposed to stream tonight? I don't know if they were or not. But I'm about ready to kill it because it's almost 9 o'clock, and I'm probably gonna head to bed and watch some freaking tube of some sort or another, some TV show. There's nothing good on TV. That's the other thing. I have not watched regular TV in like 3 months. I don't know why I'm paying for it. Well, because of my mother. I've been watching like Hulu and Amazon freaking Prime TV and Netflix. I don't think I've turned on the regular television other than to watch the weather in the morning in like 3 or 4 months. I literally haven't watched anything on television. I should almost cancel it. Get rid of TV altogether and just have the internet. All
right. I'm doing what Mike says. Let's see if this works.
What did he say to do?
Set the audio when I plug in the mic to none.
Make sure the audio is set to none on the mic.
Let's see if it doesn't shut it off. You still here?
Yeah. It just, nope, lost it. Yep, no audio. Is that your microscope? Yeah, you got no audio. Nope. You'll have to kick it back on.
Okay.
Yeah,
something is not right. I'll figure it out.
Is that one of them microscope USB things?
Yeah.
That might be the actual computer's audio kicking out when you plug it in, not like StreamYards or OBS. That might be. Does that thing have a mic on it?
It's this one here. This.
Yeah. Does it have a mic on it?
No.
Are you plugging it directly into the computer or into a hub?
Into the computer.
Just say try it into a hub because then it might not kill your audio.
I'll try that, but I got the hub is back there, so I'll do it tomorrow sometime.
Yeah, cool.
I got the sound now, so I got that fixed. That was the important one. But yeah, I got to get. It's for when I do my. I have a bunch of videos lined up. I'm gonna do, and I'm going to need that to show wear and tear on some of the electronic parts on air conditioners.
Wear and tear on air conditioners?
Well, mainly like the contactors and stuff like that.
Yeah, you're talking real air conditioners, not window units.
Oh, no window units. No, big stuff.
I wish you were closer, dude. I'd have you come because me and my brothers are talking about putting heat pumps in, and we were going to do it. And I just, with my busted up body, I can't install one. And everyone that wants to install one around here, the unit's like $500, and they literally want like $10,000 fucking dollars to do it. And I'm just like, no. I mean, that's to install more than one. It's to install like 3 in the house.
3
Yeah.
split. You talking about mini splits?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds.
That doesn't include the units. We were going to. My brother buy the units, and they wanted like 10 grand to install the 3 units.
Oh,
basically, they don't want to do it unless they're selling you the unit.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Down to.
I'm installing a Bosch system tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm not.
Those are nice systems. They're
that a split, or is it a all-in-one?
It's a split, but it's inverter. It's an inverter driven system.
Because here's the big thing: the 2 we need in the basement have to come in, and got to be ceiling mount ducts. They can't be wall mount, which is what the big cost is, I guess. Because the wall of concrete, because we got 9-foot ceiling, 9-foot wall concrete walls in the basement. To walk-in basement.
9 foot in the basement? Wow.
Yeah. Well, it's 9-foot concrete. It's 8-foot finished.
Oh, okay.
Because the concrete and the plate, and then it drops down, and you got the basement floor and all that. So it's like 8'4", 8'6", something like that with the finished ceiling, which is less than that because it's a drop ceiling now.
That's not bad for a basement.
Yeah, well, that's deliberately. We did that deliberately. I always do. If I do a walk-in basement foundation, I don't do 8 foot. I do 9 foot. That way, all said and done, if you put a finished floor in, if you put radiant heat on top, any of that crap, you end up with a finished 8 foot, not a finished 7 foot. That's the problem. Everyone does 8 foot. Then they put everyone's starting to do the radiant heat. Well, you got to put insulation under the radiant heat, usually a couple inches.
It depends.
Ceilings, then all that stuff, and you end up with a 7-foot ceiling, and it's too low. And if you put any beams or anything in, like we got a beam going through the center that's holding all the floors.
Yeah.
Well, it's only 7'6" at that point.
Yeah.
Then you finish it, you put a finished floor in, someone that's like 6'6" is bumping their head on it. Well, I automatically, if I spec a house, it's automatic. If you're doing a walk-in or a full finished basement, I'm doing a 9 foot or at least an 8'6" concrete wall.
Yeah.
Don't forget you got the 4-inch slab. That's before the 4-inch slab.
Oh. Well, yeah, in that case.
Yeah, because everyone does 8 foot, then you put a 4-inch slab, then you end up with a 7-foot or under ceiling height.
Not a good thing.
Nope. So I always do footing, your 2 foot wide, 1 foot deep footing, and a 9-foot wall on it. Everyone's like, why are you doing 9 foot? I said, because you're going to finish it. And you pour the slab, and then you put the finishings, and then you want to, do a radiant heat unless you build the radiant heat into the concrete, which then you're doing a 6-inch slab, not a 4-inch, because it's still a 4-inch slab, but you're putting 2 inches of insulation under it, if not more now. Blah, blah, blah. You end up with a 7-foot ceiling, and nobody wants a 7-foot ceiling.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it into a slab. We did one a few years ago, and that was, I started out with this job. It literally was a small mansion. I started out with an estimate of around $50 some odd $1,000.
Yeah.
By the time I got through, the guy wanted this, the guy wanted that, he wanted snow melt and all that stuff. By the time I got done, it was just under 100,000.
Yeah. I'm kind of, it's different now, and I know the materials are replaced. When I first started building 70s, 80s, 90s, we started doing radiant heat in the floor when it started becoming popular. I'm kind of against it.
Oh, it's still popular
because the materials back then used to deteriorate in the concrete.
Yeah, but are you talking about electric
tell
heat?
you how many floors we've torn up because they put the freaking radiant heat in the concrete, and the lime in the concrete ate the pipe.
Yeah, that we don't use pipe anymore.
Yeah,
it's a PEX now.
Yeah, which is more resilient. But even the PEX, because the other thing we're finding with the PEX is when the concrete, you know how concrete slabs always. I mean, we pre-cut them now for a crack line.
When they expand,
it blows the PEX apart. If it cracks on a PEX line, and if it cracks with the PEX, if the PEX is running this way and the crack goes with it, you're fine. If the PEX is running this way and the crack goes that way, it can pull the PEX apart. It can crack the PEX. And then you're chopping up a concrete floor, blah, blah, blah. Now, we pre-score them now. Whenever I do a concrete floor, every 10 foot, I pre-score it. I take a mason's bit and I score about a half an inch into it. And it's perfect. It always cracks on that line every time.
Yeah, that's the whole idea of scoring. Yeah,
I just take a saw and I take a mason saw and I cut a little, between a quarter and a half inch groove into the concrete, and it will always crack right on that groove. But not everyone did that back then. And a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want you doing that. There's a crack in my floor. The floor's going to crack. Concrete expands and contracts. It's going to happen. Expect it.
Yeah, but this new the new PEX that they have nowadays has
it's more fun, and I agree. The newer stuff is better.
It has a good amount of stretch to it. So
yeah, I'm just so I dealt with it so many times. That the first ones we used to do, dude, were copper.
Yeah, I know that
copper into the concrete, and that didn't last for a year or two. The lime in the freaking concrete ate right through the copper, which no one thought about at the time. Then they started wrapping the copper in that basically the garden fabric to keep it from rotting it away. That didn't last.
Yeah, copper cement will cause copper to turn green right away and start.
And we used to do PVC. They tried really the white and yellow PVC pipe, just like your regular plumbing is. That's too rigid. Again, you get a crack in the concrete or something happens, it snaps that crap right in half, and you got it leaking into the concrete. Then you get big wet spots in the concrete. It's like, I don't know. I know PEX now is a lot better, and they actually have like even better pipe. It's like, I almost want to say it's that crap they use for like watering your garden with the holes already pre-built into it. It's more stretchy even than PEX is.
Yeah.
You're using that, and it's actually got like a membrane inside it. So when they pour the concrete, it doesn't collapse it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's got you cut it, it's not just hollow like PEX. There's like a membrane inside of it, crisscrossing to keep it structurally, open. Blah blah blah. But I don't know. I've torn up probably 2 or 3 dozen floors that we originally put radiant heat.
That's one of the reasons when I do it, I recommend we do a lot of zones. Different areas instead of one big long. We do several zones. So
you want it anyways because it gets better distribution.
Well,
you got a hot spot where it starts and ends.
But also, if one of the zones cracks, you don't lose the whole floor. You shut that one zone off until you can fix it.
The few I've done where we poured the slab, we put the insulation down, 2 inches of foam, and then we use that plywood that's pre-grooved and locks together like the lock together floors, but it's got the groove in it, and then you just tap the freaking PEX into it.
Mm-hmm.
Never had a problem with one of those.
Oh, yeah. The preform stuff. Yes. I know what you're talking about. It's already got all the U's and everything built into it.
Yeah, it's just freaking half inch with the track routed out of it.
Yeah.
And it comes like, I think it's 2 foot wide by 6 foot long. And then you buy the end caps that have the round, and you literally just lay the pipe into it, and you just tap it in with a rubber mallet. And it's pre-laid out, pre-spaced, pre-done. It gives you, you put the foam insulation under it, you put that on top of it. Never had one of those leak. Not one. I did a couple dozen of those over the years.
I have one we did several years ago. Let me see if I can find
one I've done poured in concrete that didn't leak. I think every single one we poured it in the concrete ended up leaking somewhere.
Huh.
I got a lot of them that leaked, and it wasn't our fault. It was the company, and I don't remember the guy I was working with did it. It's not something I was doing. I always hired, someone like you that actually did the install. I'd always help them, but we had a bunch of them where the manifold goes into the floor would break.
The manifold?
Yeah, where, there's always like a stiffer pipe going into the floor, and then it feeds into the PEX as it hits the concrete. There's always
we don't do that.
Where it goes in, where it first feeds into the floor or breaks off into the zones.
Okay.
And we always had the manifolds leaking, which is easy because they're up in the air.
I was about to say, those are up in the air.
But it seems like every time we do a floor one, those manifolds would leak.
I got to unload my phone one of these days.
Oh, every time I freaking plug my phone in, dude, and I load the photos, I automatically hit the delete off the phone. I can't stand my phone full of crap.
I got so many pictures in here.
Too.
This one has, I have to check it. It's a few thousand. Hell, I still got my daughter's wedding, the last one who got married.
Nope.
And that was 5 years ago. Her trying on her wedding dress. I still got those in my phone.
I don't think there's a single photo on my phone.
Oh, I've got.
Why is it not registered?
I'm trying to find this one installation we did with PEX, but I think I offloaded that one.
Unlock your phone.
Yeah.
That's weird. There it is.
Oh, no, here it goes. Here they go. You see that?
No, hang on. I'm trying to. Yeah. Oh, you did. That's in the concrete.
Yeah, hold on. But I want to show you some others.
I like the plywood track better.
See that?
Well, it's kind of reflecting off your computer, but yeah, I know what you're looking at.
Yeah.
That's a pour in. See, the other thing is I think you bleed off a lot of heat into.
There's the manifolds.
Yep.
See how they're up in here?
Leak on us. A bunch of them. And I think it was the company. I can't remember. I mean, we'd call up someone like you and say, dude, we're going to, do a radiant floor. Come do it. And they kept this certain brand, and I can't remember what it was. The guy was really, I think he got a deal on him. I mean, he was a good plumber. He was our main heating guy, and he was super neat. Dude, he used to, when he'd run the pipes in the floor, do regular old baseboard hot water, and he'd run them, he would snap chalk lines in the basement on the joists and make sure the pipes were all perfectly aligned with the. This is with PEX, any flexible, and all his stuff was super neat.
You see him pouring the cement?
Yeah.
Over the.
Was he wearing the special shoes so he doesn't put holes in?
That's why we were there, in case we had the lines pressurized.
Yep.
While they poured the cement.
So if you had a leak, you knew about it.
Yeah, in case they busted a line, they had to clear out the cement so I could fix it real quick.
Yep.
They're pouring cement.
Yeah. Were they wearing the goofy, like, we used to have these shoes that had like, they were like golf shoes, but they were
No,
plastic.
they just wore boots, but I told them they had to keep off the pecs.
Yeah, we had like, the only thing I could think of is like golf shoes, but they had like 4 like real long plastic prongs that were soft, almost like TPU prongs. When you walked on it, it like held them up off the pecs.
No, I just told them, hey, they didn't have any special shoes. I just said, do not step on the pecs.
Yeah.
So they had to.
It's really hard, dude. You can't.
Yeah, but I watched
I enough concrete in my day. Not that I did a lot, but I've done enough. That it's freaking hard. I had a hard time just not stepping on the wire sometimes, let alone.
This was
in there.
This was about 7 years ago when we did that house, and I told them every hole you put in there, it's $150. I said every hole you put. So keep it.
You patch it in the concrete.
Then you can.
Oh, I know you can, but
we use
never as good as a solid tube.
No, we use these couplers. I had these couplers, and what you do is you cut it, and you put the ring in. I don't have the tool up here anymore, but there's
the old-fashioned brass compression.
No. It expands this rubber, this ring.
Yeah,
it's made out of the same material.
Yep.
And what you do is you put it on, and then you put that over, and you pull the tool out, and then that ring. Yes, it tightens, and it's a barbed fitting, so it grabs on there. So it only takes about 3 minutes to fix.
Yeah.
Each one.
Expansion tool costs you like $300 though.
No, that tool was.
I seen those. Everyone uses that now.
Yeah, about $450, $500 for the tool.
They don't. Most of the plumbers that do quality, not. I mean, I go to Home Depot and get PEX and get those stupid little brass ring clamping thing, but most of the guys down here use that expansion. They'll go to the plumbing place and they don't buy those brass. When they fit it together, it's you expand the pipe, put it on there, and then you I guess you heat it or just let it relax, and it clamps down and seals it. And they say that's
the ring goes over it, and then the ring it contracts.
Yeah, but it's a PEX ring. It's not even brass or plastic. It's the same PEX material as.
Yeah, the tool's about 400. Yeah, I think it was like $450, something like that.
I know the original. I still have it. When PEX first started becoming popular, I bought one of the big clamps that does the brass clamp, and it came with a set of all different sizes. It was like $400 or $500 back then. Now you can buy them for like $10.
Wow! Oh, curmudgeon, 10,000 pictures.
Yeah, no, I can't. I can't.
Let me see how many I got just to see. I mean,
mine has 0. My phone now has 0 on it.
No, mine does not have 0. I wish.
My computer, I literally take, because the Mac's got like a photo area, and you save them all. And I take that folder like every year and I drag it into my backups and just empty it. Because half the time.
Not too bad. Let me see, 3,000 and 2,005, a little over 5,000. That ain't too bad.
Why? Delete that crap. I
got it all floated.
Save the folder. Because that's the other thing you want to do. You want to put it on your computer, but you also want to put it like on an SD card or something. So the computer or something you have another. Because I'm assuming half of yours are work related too.
Yeah, most are. Most are work related.
We do the same thing.
Yeah, because we take a photo anytime I see something that's either not up to code or is dangerous, and I notify the customer. I record it as a picture. I take pictures and we tell them, and we put it on our invoices. Yep. Because in case you didn't know it, if anybody who screws up doing something and doesn't do it do it according to code, the last person there is the responsible one.
Yep.
So if I'm the last person and I didn't notify them, one time in the middle of winter, this lady had a bad heat exchanger. And I literally took the gas pipe out and took it with me and capped everything because she didn't want to fix it. She wanted me to I said, no, I cannot turn that furnace on. I said, if I turn that furnace on, you won't be here tomorrow.
Nope. Yeah, that's like us. We have a new code here. If I open up a wall of sheetrock and there's a hole drilled through it for a wire or whatever, I have to fire stop it now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If I cut out a little hole and there's a wire going down through that plate, I have to fire stop it. Even though I'm not a plumber or electrician, if I open that wall and there's a hole there and I patch that wall and don't fire stop that hole, it's my ass.
I record every damn thing and I note everything on the invoices and I tell them to sign. And if they don't want to sign, I just put refused. And that's the end of that. They come back to me. I go, hey, here's all the proof.
Yep. Yeah, no, you have to now. The whole fire stop thing is.
You gotta watch your ass, man. I've had, my insurance I've had now for 20 years that I've been on my own, not one claim.
Yeah.
So far.
You got to use that fire stop clock crap all the time too, don't you?
I mean, knock on wood on that one. So
what do you use for fire stop? I'm assuming you got to do it when you do pipes and
the foam, the fire stop foam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have up here. You got to use that hardened red caulk crap.
Yeah. Well, there's a caulk that we can use too, but the foam is so much easier.
Yeah, they won't let us use the foam here.
Oh, they let us here.
They didn't used to. I mean, the code might have changed, but you had in this area you had to use the caulk.
Now we're good.
You know what I'm talking about, it's like bright red, kind of chalky crap.
Yeah, exactly. And so is the foam. The foam is that red also.
Yeah, that's just the idea.
To identify it. Yeah.
That's color added.
Yeah, and then if you go through a brick wall, you gotta put steel up on top. I mean, this.
Oh yeah. Well, that you want to do anyway. It's just just structural. You don't want to put a hole in a brick wall and not freaking put a plate up there to hold it.
Yeah. Anything over. If we do anything over 6 inches, we put some kind of support on it.
I love people that put new windows in too, and they'll like cut out the old window and put a bigger one in, and they'll take the header out and they'll just put a flat 2x4 on there, thinking, "Oh, that's good." And then like 5 years later, like the window won't open.
It won't open.
And the window pushing down, and it's like, the freaking 5,000 pounds or 10,000 pounds of weight from the snow-loaded roof. Yeah, sure, the little freaking inch and a half of freaking 2x4 is going to hold that. Nah. There's a reason we need 2x10s doubled up.
Yeah.
To carry this, because that's what people don't get is, it's fine. Yeah, in the summertime it's fine. You get a couple foot of snow on your roof.
And you'd be surprised at the stuff I come across, man. Oh my God. It is unbelievable what some people do.
I love the guys we used to find these roofers that would go along and instead of tearing a roof off, because it's a messy kind of gnarly job to strip a roof. They wouldn't even just do an overlay, because you're allowed to do 2 overlays here. You can have your roof, and if it's 15 years or newer, you can just put another layer right on top of asphalt.
Really?
And you're done. Yeah. So you can have 2 layers by law.
Of asphalt shingles.
Yep.
Really? Wow.
We had these guys that would be like, there's certain things though. It can't be like crumbling. Like if you put a nail or hit it with a hammer and it shatters, you gotta strip it. But if it's still semi-solid and it's just got holes in it, you can add a layer. We'd get these guys that would be like, okay, well, they put like 1/4 inch Luan on top of the old shingles and then re-roof it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it looks better. If you do a re-roof, you can see it. If you know what you're looking for, you get an extra like ripple, because it never lines up perfectly course by course. So you can always see that ripple. They put Luan down. And call the inspector and go, see, it's all flat. The inspector show up and sees this perfectly flat roof and assume it was a strip.
Here here, every roof I've ever seen them put on asphalt, it's stripped and redone.
If I do a roof, I will not do a freaking overlay ever again. I hated overlays.
Well, here's the other thing. How do you know what the wood looks like underneath?
Well, I mean, that's just it. There's certain things you have to be able to, it's got to hold a nail. I mean, if it doesn't hold the nail, it's no good.
When I first bought my townhouse in '85, the plywood that they used, when the townhouses are together, the first set of plywood that touches the other house has to be fireproof.
Right.
Okay. Well, the chemicals that they used at that time, they found that 9 years later, it was falling apart.
Yeah, it doesn't. The adhesive isn't as good.
Right. So I got a whole new roof for nothing.
Yep.
Almost 10 years down the road, I got a whole new roof.
I mean, there's a lot of people that put OSB on the walls. I will never. That's the other thing. I will never put OSB on a roof. I don't care. It's got to be true 5-layer, half-inch, and I won't even do 3-layer. I want 5-layer, half-inch plywood on a roof. Mm-hmm. I will not put OSB on a roof. No freaking way. And you can here. There's nothing wrong with it code-wise. You can put OSB on a roof. OSB. It gets me confused now because of the OBS, because of the freaking computer. No. Dude, we still have houses here from like late 1900s that have the plywood in just the corners, and then they have that beaver board crap for sheathing. Have you seen that?
Beaver board? No. Oh, Curmudgeon says he hates OSB.
I hate OSB.
Like you.
Some of the newer stuff, like I actually like Advantech, which is an OSB, but it's wax coated. It's actually in my garage. I love Advantech. It's 3/4 inch OSB, but it's got a wax coating. So when you're building the house, if it rains and the floor is still exposed, the water beads up and roads off. It's 30 days to the weather. They guarantee it. 30 days to the weather, it will not get wet. And it doesn't. I did a bunch of houses. I love Advantech. But, if you've never seen beaverboard, it's that brown. It's brown like paperboard. It's it's a 1/2 inch thick, but it's the only thing I can think of. Did you ever have a hamster as a kid?
I never had.
Well, you give them these little like paperboard things, like when you clean their nest out, you end up destroying their nest. So you give them this like little block of paperboard crap, and the hamster chews it up and makes a new nest out of it overnight. He cuts it up and makes a nest out of it. That's what they do. And
I've only ever had a cat or dogs, mostly dogs. I've only had one cat, Fluffy.
You've never seen I can't imagine houses down there don't have. There's got to be some of them whole houses with beaverboard.
Beaverboard.
Yeah, it's like a black tar, cardboardy, papery.
Oh yes.
It's like a fiber.
Okay, I know.
It's real soft. You just grab it in your hands and snap it.
Yeah, we also had a lot of houses here with that asbestos shingle. They look like shingles, sort of on the side.
There's people don't realize half of those really aren't asbestos. They're just ceramics. They used to do those out of horsehair too.
You have to get it tested.
Yeah,
it's like when we do old boilers.
I never used to even have it tested because there's a way around that. If you go and you spend $150, you can get your asbestos license, which I got through. I actually got it through the school as a kid, and all I had to do was re-up it every 5 years.
Whenever we remove an old boiler, and believe me, there's still some of them around that are 50, 60 years old. If we go down there and the pipes are insulated, we take a sample and send it to the lab. And if it's asbestos, they gotta have it taken care of, because I'm not messing with that stuff. I don't have the equipment. And I know it's easy to get certified on it and everything else, but I'm not dealing with that.
Yeah,
8-pack is enough for me. I am not dealing with his bed.
This isn't actually a great picture of it, but this is a beaver board. That brown
Yeah.
paper board that they put in, and all you had, they used to allow it. It used to be the whole house could be that crap.
Really?
Yeah, beaver board. It's like it's a half-inch thick, but it's like a fiber board that has no glue in it. So that's it. It's actually like half cotton, half wood chip, half leaves and crap, and it's just crap.
Mike grew up in a house with the
You had to have 4 foot
inside.
wood at the corners, and you had to grab at least 3 studs at every corner to use beaver board for the rest of the sidewall.
Mm.
And I can't tell you how many doors. Like I go to replace a door on somebody's house, and they're like, "Oh, my door's not working," and you literally could walk up to it and you pull the inside trim off, and you could grab the door and just yank it because they'd screw it to the beaver board, and it's like paperboard. It's cold.
Hey, look, it's
You
all
could literally grab the door and just yank it off the side of the house. Once the inside trim was holding the door in.
I got to get up at 4:30 in the morning, so I didn't realize how late it was. Jesus Christ.
9:30.
Yeah, it's going to be 9:30 already. Hey, everybody, it was great.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill it anyway. So.
See, and we wound up talking for for how long? See you next time.
See, they learned something.
Bye,
new.
everybody.
Later, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna kill it. Later, guys. See you. Bye. Bye. Bye.